What else do I have here? Ah, this one. Wait, hang on. Yeah, it's quite heavy. All right. This one I read a few months back. It's Winter Song by S.J. Jones. Uh huh. So this one, again, like Cruel Beauty, I just found it in a bookstore and read. What caught me was the reviews. The reviews are really good really good by some really. How many reallys did I say? Sorry. Um, the reviews are really great by some very popular authors. And the when I read this the plot when I read the blurb, sorry, not the plot, I got even more interested because it's actually um, tells about the Goblin King, which is a very popular Korean folktale. Yeah. So yeah, the author is Korean, I believe, or half Korean. I'm not sure. But I was really surprised by this book. I did not expect to love it so much. To be honest, I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea, since the the narration is very poetic. So if you're not a fan of long narrations, and you're more of a fast-paced dialogue type of reader, then I think you might get bored with this since the first part's a bit dragging. But but you have to get through that because somewhere near the middle, it gets really interesting, and the author just pulls you into this world that's so original and so vivid. She's so vivid in her descriptions. Um, she brought us into the underworld, and all the descriptions of the description of the plays was really really realistic, that I felt like I was there. So yeah, so this is basically about a girl who had to save her sister who was kidnapped by the Goblin King to become his bride. So yeah, because you know the folktale of the Goblin King looking for his bride. So this book um, um, is basically about that. But there's a lot of adventure, and yeah, I read this book for its its lush descriptions, and really vivid world building. Really good. Characterization wise, also really good. I was able to sympathize with Liesel, the main character, um, and also understood her feelings and her thoughts. So this is really good. This is a gem of the book. One of the books I will probably not forget for a very long time. And then a few after that, the second book was released. This is it, Shadow Song. So of course I had to get it. It's a duology, so only two books. And Shadow Song was just as great as Winter Song. So yeah, so if you really like Winter Song, gotta read Shadow Song as well. And can we talk about how gorgeous these covers are? I mean, I like the Winter Song cover more because I'm into the whole gray, blues, and winter colors. I really like winter colors, but the Shadow Song cover is just as gorgeous, if you can see, right? Very dark color, but really nice. So yeah, these books, fantastic. Uh, 10 out of 10 would recommend, but not if you don't like long narrations, right? All right. I have a last one. This one I recently finished just last week, and it's Caravel by Stephanie Garber. So this book came out last year, I believe. Yeah, last year or last year. Let me check. The copyright page. It's 2017, so last year. So Caravel basically tells about this legendary competition. It's kind of like um, if you're familiar with the night circus, it's kind of like that, but it's not actually a competition, more of a show. So yeah, I did not expect this book to be really good as well, because like Winter Song, the descriptions are very vivid. Also, the writing is very poetic. I love the metaphors. The metaphors were to die for in this book. Also, the whole story itself, I thought it was really original. I think it will make a great movie someday. Um, I looked it up. I think it might have a movie soon. So I don't know, but I would definitely watch it. But I'm kind of scared since usually movies ruin everything. But yeah, this book tells about the show named Caraval. That's the name of the show, and the main character is Scarlett, the girl who really wants to join Caraval, and she has been writing to the ringmaster or the master of the show. Legend is the name, Legend, and she's been trying to get an invite for years, and then finally she got an invite, and along with her sixth sister Donatella, and but once they got there, they got more than what they bargained for. So it's a whole lot of magic, mystery, a lot of riddles. So if you're really into the whole mysterious games vibe, I think you would really enjoy Caraval. Right now, as of this moment, I am reading the second book. It's going to be a trilogy, so I'm reading the second book. I just bought this the other day. The second book is Legendary. Yeah, so this happened right after Caraval. Yeah. So far, really loving it. Really loving it. But I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm just here. Yeah, so chapter 5. Yeah. But again, gorgeous covers. Really fantastic covers. I wish I had bought the hardcovers, but it wasn't available. They only had paperbacks. And for those who are in the Philippines, National Bookstore and Power Books are having a sale. Yeah, sale. So I got those for like 20% off. So I was really happy. And speaking of sales, a little self promo here. So another book I would recommend is my book. So this is my first published book. It's called Chasing Sunsets: Love and Wonders Anthology. So it's an anthology. So it's a story collection of fantasy and romance stories. So I'm going to show you some of what to look out for in this book. So this is the list of stories. There are 5. Yeah, there are 5 stories, and the most popular one is called Chasing Sunsets, which is the first story. And it tells about the myth on how the sun and the moon came to be. So this book is really romantic and has some life lessons sneaked into the storyline. This book I've written for 4 years, but it's because one story I wrote within a year. So the book didn't take 4 years, but I wrote each of the story at different years. So I started, like for Chasing Sunsets, for example, I wrote that around 2015, I think. So yeah, so this book, the stories here are really close to my heart, and I hope you guys would buy it. It's only 175 now. In the original price is 195, but since it's sale at National Bookstore, it's only 175. So make sure to grab your copies today. Also, my second book's gonna be another anthology, so can't wait to release that. And yeah, so those are the books that I can recommend to you. You can also check my blog. I have a books tag, so just type in books in the search bar, and the post that I've written about books or that have books, you can see there that I also answered a similar question on what are the best books that I've read or the books that I recommend. So yeah, you guys go check that out on my blog. All right, so I guess that's all the questions. Yes, okay, so some updates on announcements. So I already said that I have a new anthology coming up, so watch out for Falling this September. The exact date will be announced soon, as well as the cover. So I'm really excited to show you guys the cover. Don't worry, I haven't seen it either, so I don't know what to expect yet. So yeah, I mean I have an idea because the draft came from me, but the final draft or the final look of it, I've yet to see. So hopefully I can get that soon and share it with you all. Also, I have a novel in. I have a novel which is currently being reviewed by a couple of agents. So that's what I've been doing these past few months, just querying and querying, getting rejections, getting requests to submit more. So yeah, it's a really tedious work, but it's going to be worth it in the end if we get a book published internationally. Um, I have I have about two big news coming up, but I can't say anything yet since nothing is set in stone as of now. But I do promise that I will. You guys will be the first to find out once it happens. So yeah. Uh huh. So yeah, these past few months I've been writing full time actually and doing freelance I became a freelance writer. So if you're here in the Philippines or well yeah abroad, if you need a writer, you can always contact me through my blog or my email. You can find my contact details in my on my about section on my blog. Also, I might have a school tour on the later half of this year. So we've been contacting some schools where I can do some writing talks, some inspirational writing and book talks. So if you want to be part of or be part of those schools, just hit me up on Facebook. Let me know which or like who's the person in charge, who's the teacher that I should be contacting, and maybe we can work something out so that I can visit your school, talk about writing, talk about books. Since November is National Reading Month, so I think that'll be a great opportunity to do a writing talk and to also promote my book Chasing Sunsets and the one coming this September, Falling Falling. So yeah, so if you want to be one of those schools, make sure to just you can just PM me on Facebook or email me, contact me, and we can work something out. All right. Okay. Okay. Fanfic talk. I have two pending fics. So there's Ice Dancing and Made in the AM. I can't say the future of this fics because I don't know. There are just some stories that you can't seem to continue no matter what you do. But for Ice Dancing and Made in the AM, I actually have like for each of them one chapter that I haven't posted yet. So there's Ice Dancing chapter 5 and Made in the AM chapter 5, which is really weird because they're both chapter 5s and I haven't posted them. I don't know. I can't tell what's going to be the future for these two stories, but I do hope I get to finish them. Also, I posted the new story. It's called Sunset Boys, and it's just a little something I've been working on my phone. Actually, I've been writing it on my phone. Um, I posted chapter 1 last Sunday. I might post the second part tonight or tomorrow. So watch out for the second part of Sunset Boys. It's a BTS AU, so all of the BTS boys will be there, and there isn't a specific member who's going to be the lead, but all of them are. So yes, all right. So I guess we covered everything. If I didn't get your question, it meant Tumblr ate your question as usual. So if I wasn't able to touch on a certain subject or question that you wanted to ask, you can just message me, and I will try my best to get back to you as soon as I can, answer those questions. Or if there are a lot of questions, I can do another video. It's the least I can do for posting this up late. Yes, so I just wanted to thank everyone who's been reading my work since 2014 when the blog started, and for all the new readers on my story pages, on Tumblr, on Wattpad, on Asian fanfics, on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for continuing to vote, for continuing to read, and for continuing to anticipate the next chapters or the scenarios that I post. I know that I haven't been posting much lately. The reason for that is because I've been focusing on writing the book. But I will try my best to get to your scenario requests and also your reaction requests, since it's the one thing that keeps the blog going. But if you have questions or need someone to talk to, you can always message me on my social media pages, and I will always reply. So, but it may take a while, but I will make sure to be able to reply to your message. So yes, so thank you guys, and I hope that um, my next release will be just as successful as Chasing Sunsets. Chasing Sunsets became a bestseller, by the way. So it's all thanks to you guys who bought and read the books. Um, so I hope Falling will also be very successful. And I have another big news coming up. So I can't say anything yet, but hopefully that goes well as well. And that goes well. And we can we can have another bestseller in our shelves. Hopefully. So it's one step to the big dream of being a New York Times bestseller. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I hope you enjoy this video. Again, if you have questions, you can comment them below, or you can message me on Tumblr, on my Facebook, or DM me on Twitter. So I hope you guys have a good day. To those in the Philippines, make sure to keep dry because it keeps on raining and then it would become sunny again. So this is like the season where a lot of people are getting sick. So make sure you guys drink a lot of water, take your meds. Make sure to bring an umbrella always, cause yeah, again, the rain, it's so unpredictable. But I love this season because I'm a writer who's weather driven. Yeah. So when it rains a lot, I get to write a lot. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the later half of the year. So I'll see you guys on our next video. But I'll always be on my blog, on my pages. So I'll see you guys there. Thank you again for watching through this video. Bye.